All right, so these are your notes on 1.7, functions and functions notation. So I'm going to put make sure you put your page number up here, the date, and also put this in your table of contents. First word I'm going to define is what is a function. Highlight that. Get rid of that. Okay, so a function is a relation. And if you recall, a relation is a set of ordered pairs in which each element, which we know is a number, in the domain is paired with exactly one element in the range. The best way to do this would be to give an example. So if I give us a set of ordered pairs, a relation in table form, if I did 1, 4, 3, 2, 5, 4, and 1, -4, I'm going to say this one is not a function. It's a relation, but it's not a function because the one is paired with two different numbers. So this 1 right here, it went to a 4. If you have a 1 in the x again, it has to go to a 4 again. It didn't. It went to a -4. We cannot have that repeating there. And in fact, when you look at the graph of this, if I were to kind of sketch out a little graph, little sketchy sketch, I would go over to 1, up to 4, put a dot, over to 3, up to 2, over to 5, up to 4, and then here I have at 1, we're down to -4. So we have this line right here. It does something like this. We can't have any point in a vertical path, like right on top of each other. We cannot have this. So this is a no-no. All right, let's look at another example. If I did -2, -3, 0, 6, 3, 6, 4, 9. Get rid of the rest of that table here. We don't need that. Oops. Got a hot mess going on here. Oop. Okay. We can see the -2 goes to -3, the 0 goes to 6, the 3 goes to 6. We have two different numbers going to 6, which is fine. You just can't have the same number going to a different number. All right, and then the 4 goes to 9. So this one is a relation and it's a function. And easy way to tell is that there's no repeats in the domain. And if we drew a graph of this, we have 1, 2, so we have -2, -3, 0, 6. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 6, and 4, 9. Okay, so we get a graph that looks like this, and you have a horizontal path. Horizontal is just fine. The only bad thing is the vertical. And the only time vertical would happen is if you have a 1 in the x or a number in the x that's going to two different numbers. Your exit number is the same. So maybe we write down big O hint hint. You're looking for no repeats in the x or in the domain. All right, let's look at this one. And hit 4, 2, 4, 4, and 4, 6. I say this is not a function because there are repeats in the domain. As soon as I flip this around and did 2, 4, 4, 4, 6, 4, this one is a function because there are no repeats. In the domain. Another way, if I just give you a graph, would be looking at those graphs that we just did earlier is the vertical line test. So one way to tell if a graph is a function or not, does it pass this vertical line test? The function can only cross the vertical line, a vertical line once. So if I give us this function, say, get a different color here, I'll do blue. I get a function that looks like, or a relation that looks like this. Okay, if I look for any point like on a line vertically, you will not find one. I mean, you can see if I were to draw a vertical line here, it only crosses once, here it only crosses once, here it only crosses once, crosses once, crosses. So we're good. It only crosses once. But if I flip this and have this graph go the other way, let's say I do something like this. And I look at this vertical line anywhere, if I can put it anywhere and my blue line hits this black line, and if it hits twice, this is a no-go. This is not a function. It's a relation, not a function. This one is a function. Because no matter what, crosses only once here, crosses only once, crosses only once, crosses only once, I can't find a place where there are two in a vertical path. Okay. Another one. Let's do discrete function. Highlight that. So a discrete function is a graph of points where there's no data in between. And in this case, if that's true, we do not connect the dots. Because as soon as I connect the points, the line in between represents there's data in between there. And if there's no data, then I can't show that there is. So like a graph of numbered things usually. So like if I did the number of students in class, and then their number of siblings. So like I have student 1 has 1 sibling, student 2 has, I don't know, 4, student 3 has 2, student 4 has, I don't know, this many. When I put them on the graph like this, but I'm not going to connect the dots because as soon as I go from one student to the next, I can't have half of a student here. It doesn't make sense. Same thing with your siblings. You can't have half of a sibling. So I'm not going to connect the dots on this one. There's just going to show me a visual representation of how many siblings each student had in class. Okay, and that's totally separate than a continuous function. Then we're going to say it's a graph with data points, and then information in between the data points. And then in this case, we'll put data points are connected. So if I look at our Buffalo Wild Wings one, we have the number of wings bought and then the dollars. Okay, so I mean if you bought 1 wing or 0 wings, it was $2, and then 1 wing, it's $2.82. Yeah, and then we kind of went off in this direction. It is possible that you can buy half of a wing and pay $half. So that's why we're going to connect our data points. And there's information in between. The line in between the data points says that I can do partial wings and partial dollars. Okay, I'm going to stop here. We're going to have to do function notation next. So part 2.